my definition of being here on the planet is to cultivate up those self-limiting emotions that are driven by the chemicals of survival. The anger and the fear and the pain and the suffering that people live by, that they romance and know so well. And as we begin to unlearn those emotional states and surrender those emotional states to a greater mind, and as we begin to unlearn them and remove them and reinvent a new ideal of ourselves, then that mind that's keeping your heart beating and digesting your food and making 10 million cells every second, as we eliminate those limited, self-limiting states, that mind starts to bleed through us, and we become more like it. And how is that mind? It's willful. It has a great intelligence. It's loving. It's mindful. It's inspired. It's those elevated emotions that mystics and poets have talked about in antiquity. And so it's not something that is elusive, but it's something that's very real. And as we begin to make room for it, it bleeds through. It begins to shine through. And then we become less selfish, because that's what those chemicals of survival do. They empower the ego to be selfish. We begin to become more selfless. How can I contribute? How could I make a difference? How could I help? How could I give in some way? And as we unlearn those states and that mind begins to work through us, we begin to realize that our purpose in life is not to please God or do the right thing or be good. Our purpose in life is to express God through us, to allow it to move through us. And so the side effect of that is when we begin to overcome the things about us that drive us to our lowest denominator, as we begin to make our way, and we begin to love ourselves because of the changes that we made,